Imagine this. You wake up, and the weight of an entire empire rests on your shoulders. Millions of lives, constant threats, unimaginable power. But what if I told you the secret to ruling such a vast domain wasn't war or strategy, but how you spent your first hour awake? This isn't about productivity hacks. This is about forging an iron well before the sun even rises. Forget hitting snooze. Forget scrolling through endless feeds. Our emperor, Marcus Aurelius, wasn't just a ruler, he was a philosopher king. His days were a brutal gauntlet of political intrigue, military campaigns, and existential crises. So, how did he maintain his composure? How did he lead? It all started in the pre-dawn darkness. Picture his chamber. No blaring alarms. Just the quiet hum of an awakening world. He didn't leap out of bed. His first act wasn't physical. It was mental. He lay there, eyes open, not dwelling on his worries, but preparing for them. He wasn't avoiding dread. He was confronting it. He would think, today I shall meet with interference, ingratitude, insolence, disloyalty, ill will, and selfishness. A cheerful thought, right? But here's the twist. He wasn't being pessimistic. He was inoculation. He was mentally armoring himself. He understood that these things were inevitable parts of the human condition. Think about your first thought today. Was it about duty, or was it about dodging responsibility? After this mental preparation, he wouldn't jump straight into imperial duties. No, his next step was often a deep dive into philosophical texts. Not for entertainment, but for reinforcement, for grounding. He'd revisit the teachings of Stoicism, reminding himself of what was truly within his control, his perceptions, his actions, his will. He was building an inner fortress, brick by brick, before the chaos of the day could even begin to batter it. Then, and only then, would he address his physical self. A simple, Spartan meal, not a feast, but fuel, and likely some form of physical exercise. Not for vanity, but for strength, for resilience. Because a sound mind needs a sound body, especially when that body has to endure long journeys, cold camps, and endless hours on horseback. This wasn't about getting ripped. It was about readiness. It was about being capable. He wasn't checking emails. He wasn't attending Zoom calls. He was preparing his entire being for the colossal tasks ahead. Every single morning, he practiced what most of us avoid: confronting reality, embracing discomfort, and choosing purpose over pleasure. He knew that the empire's fate depended not just on his decisions, but on his unwavering inner state. He understood that true power came from within, cultivated deliberately, every single day. He wasn't disciplined because he was emperor. He was emperor because he was disciplined. He didn't just have a routine, he was his routine. His morning wasn't a chore, it was a ritual of self-mastery. So, the ultimate discipline wasn't found in a complex schedule or a list of tasks. It was found in the intentional, brutal honesty of facing the day's challenges before they arrived. It was in the deliberate choice to cultivate inner peace and resolve in a world constantly trying to pull him apart. His secret wasn't about doing more, but about being more. It was about forging an unbreakable mental resilience, not just reacting to the world, but shaping his response to it. He mastered himself first, so he could then master his empire. That's the real power. That's the true discipline. This isn't just ancient history. It's a blueprint for anyone facing the chaos of modern life. What if you started your day not by reacting, but by preparing your mind and body like an emperor? What's one Roman habit you're willing to try starting tomorrow morning? Let me know in the comments below, and share this with someone who needs that kind of discipline in their life.